XRP isn't the #1 crypto by market cap, but it is the most searched coin in the United States, even more than Bitcoin itself. Why does the Ripple token attract so much attention? How did it survive battles that could have destroyed any other project? And could it ever challenge Bitcoin's throne? Let's dive in. XRP's story begins in 2012, when three pioneers, Jed McCaleb, Arthur Britto, and David Schwartz, designed a new kind of digital ledger. Faster than Bitcoin, built for payments, and structured for global finance. Their goal wasn't to create another currency, but a system that could move value anywhere, instantly. In late 2012, the team created a token with a different purpose. XRP wasn't meant to replace money, only to move it. Its ledger settled transactions in seconds, with negligible cost, and required no mining. A bridge asset for banks and payment networks, not a speculative coin, a radically different vision for crypto's future. In 2013, Ripple Labs formed to push this vision forward. While most crypto projects operated anonymously, Ripple engaged openly with banks and payment institutions. This approach made XRP unusual, too corporate for some, refreshingly practical for others. But this tension would define XRP's entire reputation moving forward. As Ripple expanded partnerships, a new controversy emerged. Some argued XRP was too centralized compared to Bitcoin's philosophy. Others insisted real-world adoption required coordination and structure. The debate grew intense, shaping XRP's public identity long before its legal battles began. But controversy never stopped the network from growing. Then came December 2020, the US SEC accused Ripple of selling XRP as an unregistered security, a lawsuit that threatened the entire project and potentially the future of crypto regulation. Exchanges delisted XRP, uncertainty spread, and many predicted the end. Yet against expectations, the XRP ledger kept running without interruption. In 2023, a US court ruled that XRP, when traded on public exchanges, was not a security. It didn't resolve everything, but it restored something critical: legitimacy, a signal that XRP wasn't a legal outcast, but a valid digital asset. For many, it marked the start of XRP's second chapter. After the ruling, banks revisited RippleNet, liquidity corridors reopened, cross-border payment trials resumed. Institutions that had paused their exploration returned with renewed interest. For XRP, this wasn't hype or speculation. It was a mission continuing after years of uncertainty. A reminder that its purpose wasn't built on noise, but utility. The XRP ledger was designed for speed and efficiency. Block times measured in seconds, negligible fees, and no mining. Consensus comes from a set of trusted validators, fast, lightweight, and energy efficient. This architecture wasn't built for speculation, but for payment rails that needed to move value instantly at global scale. Unlike Bitcoin's mining race, XRP relies on a UNL, a unique node list of trusted validators. Banks, universities, companies, and independent operators can all run them. The system focuses on reliability over brute computing power, aiming for predictable finality instead of probabilistic settlement. A design tailored for real-time finance. XRP's design fits one mission better than anything else: cross-border payments. Traditional transfers can take days, with high fees and multiple intermediaries. XRP bypasses that entirely, acting as a neutral settlement asset between currencies. Instant, low cost, and automated, exactly what global finance wasn't built for. RippleNet, launched years after XRP's creation, expanded the network's utility. Its on-demand liquidity system used XRP to replace pre-funded accounts in cross-border payments. Instead of holding money in multiple countries, banks could source liquidity instantly through XRP, a model that promised to make global payments faster and dramatically cheaper. Beyond banking, developers began building tools on the XRP Ledger, decentralized exchanges, tokenization features, and automated market makers, not as expansive as Ethereum, but extremely efficient for financial operations. A focused ecosystem built for utility over experimentation, reflecting XRP's long-standing identity. Ripple's payment corridors connected regions like Southeast Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East, markets where traditional banking is slow and costly. These corridors proved XRP's value in real-world environments, not just in theory. Every successful transfer reinforced the idea that crypto could solve an old financial problem. Traditional institutions rarely embrace crypto, but Ripple managed what few others achieved: pilots with banks, payment providers, and financial networks. These weren't experiments about speculation, but attempts to upgrade outdated infrastructure. For many observers, XRP stood out as one of the few crypto projects with genuine enterprise traction. While most cryptocurrencies chase decentralization at all costs, XRP took a different path: pragmatic design, institutional collaboration, and a laser-focused use case. This made it controversial within crypto culture, yet uniquely positioned for the real economy. A project judged not by ideology, but by whether it could truly move money better. While XRP pushed cross-border payments, competition grew. Projects like Stellar targeted similar markets, while stablecoins expanded rapidly across exchanges and fintech apps. But none were designed exactly like XRP. Its focus remained razor-sharp: instant global settlement without holding money in multiple countries. A niche, but a powerful one. The world is moving more money across borders than ever before. Digital commerce, remittances, and global business exploded over the past decade, yet the systems powering them barely changed. In this landscape, XRP's design fits perfectly, not as a replacement for banks, but as the infrastructure banks were missing. Many crypto assets rise on hype, narratives, and market cycles. XRP rises when utility is needed. Its strongest moments have come during real-world tests, actual transactions, active corridors, and institutional pilots. Not every crypto can say that. Few are designed for a single mission with this level of precision. XRP isn't perfect. Its validator model sparks debate, Ripple's influence raises questions, and adoption depends heavily on regulation. The project lives at the intersection of finance and crypto, an area where change is slow, political, and closely watched. But despite all this, the ledger continues to run with remarkable consistency. After surviving one of crypto's most important legal battles, the question shifted from "Is XRP allowed?" to "What can XRP build now?" Ripple expanded partnerships, explored new markets, and pushed deeper into institutional finance. The ecosystem wasn't starting over. It was accelerating on a clearer path than before. Supporters argue that XRP sits in a unique position: regulated clarity, institutional relationships, a functional ledger, and a decade of resilience. They see it not as a speculative asset, but as a long-term piece of financial infrastructure. Crypto built for global value movement, not memes or hype cycles. Critics counter that Ripple's influence remains too strong, adoption slower than expected, and competition increasing across blockchains and stablecoins. For them, XRP's biggest challenge isn't technology, but perception. A battle between what the project is today and what people still believe it to be. So why do some call XRP crypto's hidden king? Not because of hype, chart patterns, or promises, but because few projects have endured more obstacles and still remained standing. A coin built for a purpose, not a cycle, slow, steady, and resilient in a way the market often overlooks. After more than a decade, XRP stands as one of the only projects still able to challenge Bitcoin's dominance, not by hype, but by solving a problem Bitcoin never aimed to fix: instant global settlement. If you want to explore the world of crypto, don't chase miracles. Educate yourself, because in this world, a simple click can change a life. But only knowledge can protect your future.